Do you have experience in IT? If yes, you've got an advantage because information technology is the future, and this is a fact. But if you're searching for the IT skills to learn, we present you the top in-demand IT profiles that will be needed in the tech industries in a long term. But first, please like and subscribe to this channel, and then sit back and relax. Jobs related to technology and computing are increasingly necessary for different sectors of society. This means that certain IT profiles related to computing will increasingly grow in demand for professionals and consequently will be increasingly lucrative. This also means that the competitiveness of the sector is growing. Consequently, quality computer training is increasingly necessary to qualify for these well-paid jobs. In this video, we will tell you which IT profiles are currently most in demand and what to study to be able to apply for them in the future. So here are the 7 main IT profiles to learn today. Number 1. Systems Analyst. A systems analyst is responsible for analyzing and adapting a company's computer systems to make them as efficient as possible. This also means creating new systems if necessary. Therefore, a systems analyst needs to have a programming base, but also to have an in-depth knowledge of the needs of the company he works for and to know how he can solve them. It is an increasingly demanded profile in a scenario where the competitiveness of many markets grows more and more. A competent systems analyst can dramatically improve the efficiency of their clients. That is why his average salary with a minimum of experience grows to 35,000 euros per year. Number 2. Data Scientist. Once again, another of the most demanded IT profiles aimed at improving the productivity of the companies for which he works. In this case, the aim is not to improve the efficiency of companies, but to help them develop effective products or strategies. A data scientist is in charge of looking for problems that need a solution and, of course, of finding it. This search is carried out by finding and analyzing different types of data to obtain information to work with. This is why a data scientist needs computer science and a big database, but also statistics and business to be able to draw relevant conclusions. This is why a data scientist earns, on average, about 40,000 euros per year. Number 3. Cybersecurity Expert. This technological profile is only suitable for those who are passionate about programming. This is why it is one of the possible outputs of many educational programs. You can give it a try and see why it's worth it. A cybersecurity expert is responsible for ensuring that a company's computer systems are impenetrable. Its objective is to design and implement an effective security system. For this, it is necessary to program it, although it is rarely done from scratch, implement it, and ensure that it remains effective over time. This last point is achieved by testing computer attacks on the system. In short, a cybersecurity expert is a hacker who protects his client from other hackers. This is why his salaries also tend to exceed 30,000 euros per year. Number 4. Full Stack Developer. Another of the technological profiles is oriented toward computer programmers, more specifically toward web designers. This profile is suitable for those developers who know how to handle both the server side and the user side of a web page. The full-stack developer is a programmer capable of executing any task related to web design. He masters both back-end and front, the different operating systems, and knows how to improve the user experience. This is why they tend to act as coordinators in web design projects. Because it is a profile that requires a broad knowledge base, in addition to mastering a minimum of 5 programming languages, it is an extremely well-paid profile. Their salary varies between 30,000 euros and 50,000 euros per year, although a certain degree of previous experience will always be necessary. Number 5. Software Developer. The software developer profile is possibly the first IT profile that does not work exclusively for companies. They tend to be hired by computer companies to develop new programs or operate systems. This also means evaluating current systems and improving them if possible. It is a profile that is worked exclusively in our master's degree in software development, where you learn to master the main programming languages necessary for work and apply them through experience in companies. Being a job that requires less training, their salaries vary between 25,000 and 30,000 euros. Number 6. IoT Expert. The acronym IoT refers to the Internet of Things, or the Internet of Things. This term refers to those everyday objects that are connected to the network, such as a smart home or a watch that can measure your heart rate. An IoT expert, therefore, is in charge of introducing this connection to the network in everyday objects, creating products with new functions. However, they must also know how to analyze data to determine the functions that may be useful for a certain object based on the needs of their market. They tend to be hired in the R&D departments of certain companies to develop new products. Even so, there are also companies specialized in the IoT that are hired by third parties at specific times. As it is a relatively new job, their salaries still fluctuate around 30,000 euros per year, although it is a discipline with a great projection for the future. Number 7. Blockchain expert. Blockchain technology is the future of information confidentiality, an aspect that is increasingly valued by society. Blockchain technology is gaining more and more relevance. Due to this, the figure of an expert who ensures the confidentiality of the information is increasingly necessary. Explaining the particularities of this process would require a specialized training platform. The only thing that we will highlight is that the blockchain expert profile tends to be hired by blockchain developer companies that are in charge of working as intermediaries in the transactions of a company, replacing the banks. It is a new job, and you do not yet have specialized training in most schools and universities. Even so, it is only a matter of time before blockchain technology advances at an unstoppable rate. This is why the current average salary is between 40,000 euros, although with a minimum of experience it can grow to 60,000. Necessary studies to train you in IT. Each of these jobs has its specialized training process. For example, the blockchain expert profile tends to be mastered through digital training or in specialized companies. On the other hand, in the other profiles, there is a specific knowledge base that can be applied in most jobs, and that's programming knowledge. From a systems analyst to an IoT expert, a foundation of certain programming languages is important. Which languages to learn already varies depending on the job you want. This is why the first step in knowing how to train in IT is to determine which profile you prefer. If you want to specialize in web design or software development, visit or enroll in useful online platforms and connect with several experts in the field, where you'll have several programs that they can help you with. And after completing a full course in programming or even web design, it's sure that you can become a full-stack developer with enough experience or a software developer. On the other hand, you can also specialize in cybersecurity, depending on the area you think is best for you. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like, the subscription button, and the notification bell. To get notified when new videos are uploaded from this channel, please share your thoughts about the IT skills to learn for the future. Top in-demand IT profiles that are here to stay in the comment section below. Thank you.